Hi guys, thanks for watching. I'm here with Amir's 35th week of life update. And yeah, this week has been a little bit difficult. The last few days really have been stressful. But I'll start from the beginning. If you haven't already seen it, I did upload a little clip of Amir taking his first few little steps with the baby walker. You know, those like little push walkers, sit and stand walkers, whatever. He has done it a couple of times where he's just taken a few steps, but he's not doing it on a regular basis or anything. And he is still, you know, pulling himself up, standing. He's not standing up by himself unassisted yet, but if he does stand up assisted and then lets go, he will, you know, be able to stand for a few seconds. I don't know, maybe maximum like 20 seconds. I think I've seen him do that. That's what's going on with that, so it's kind of exciting that he's taken his first few little steps. He's still babbling, a baba. He's kind of moved on from that. He's doing ma 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 again. Well, he's been whining ma 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 ma. Right, the last few days. Yeah, that's you. That's what you do. Yeah, and actually he's actually in a very good mood now, and he's been a lot better today, so maybe you were feeling better. Yeah, you want to get down? You want to play? Here, you want to play or no? Yeah, we also noticed a little tooth is coming through. Amir has a little white spot, I think, on the left side in the front here. Will you let Mama look at it? No, you won't. Yeah, so that's come through, and that might be associated with what's kind of going on now. Amir, the last, I don't know, 3 days, he has been so fussy, so incredibly whiny and fussy, and so hard to put to sleep. I don't know why. I thought maybe he was getting sick or maybe he was constipated, but no, I mean, you would think the way he was whining that something like that's going on. But he had wet diapers, he had poopy diapers, and I gave him some Tylenol a few times to see if maybe the tooth pain was causing his whiny or fussiness, and it didn't really seem to help any, and so I don't know. Amir has basically just been wanting to be held and walked around all the time, or actually sometimes that even didn't do the trick. He wants to be nursed, but there's no milk left to nurse because he's constantly doing it all the time well, he was for the past few days. There was really nothing in there for him to take, so he would get I don't know, he would kind of get like frustrated, and we did give him a bottle of formula to see maybe he's hungry. We fed him, see if that's what's going on, and it doesn't seem that that's the case either. So I don't know why he has been, I mean, he's a lot better right now. He's actually like playing independently, and he hasn't really done that the last few days. So I don't know, I've just been like really sad because I'm like, what is wrong? I feel horrible that I don't know how to comfort him, and he's just been really crabby and screaming and crying, and not only on top of it, I feel bad for him, but I also feel like pulling my hair out because there's only so much that I can do, and there's only so much I can nurse. It's just really frustrating for me. It makes me want to like give up on breastfeeding, although sorry, I'm shaking the table, although I won't do that, and you know, I won't do that. I want to breastfeed till he's 12 months, but it's been very frustrating. It's kind of like, I feel like we've gone back to the beginning, and this is how I expected him to be as a newborn, and now he's acting like that now, so I don't know. And going to sleep. Okay, I don't know if you saw my last vlog. I talked about how we are trying to get him to sleep independently, but the first stage of that is to stop him from comfort sucking while he's going to sleep, and then eventually we'll transfer him to his crib and so on. That actually did go pretty well the last week, or the first beginning of this week. He was taking his pacifier, and although it did take a long time to get him to sleep, I would have to lay there with him for like 20 minutes because he will fight sleep at all costs. Even if he's like all comforted and he's got his pacifier and I'm rubbing his little head and I see his eyes start to roll back and he's like, I'm not going to sleep. He fights it tooth and nail, and eventually, he'll surrender, or he was surrendering. But the last few days with his fussiness, it's been into the night, and not taking the pacifier, refusing it, getting like angry if I try to give it to him. The only thing that like would make him actually stop fussing was to give him my breast. But then even that, after a while, like he would fall asleep and he'd get all mad if he didn't have it in his mouth. And honestly, it's just very frustrating to try to go to sleep, to try to get anything done doing that. But I know that's, part of motherhood, but it's just a frustrating part right now. So if you have any advice on this, if your baby who is, around my baby's age, which is, almost 9 months, 8 months, please let me know what has worked for you or what was going on with you. Any little advice or just to know somebody else is going through this right now would be helpful. And I know, this is not the worst thing in the world. I'm very lucky and blessed to have my baby, and I definitely recognize that this is just a phase, but it is a very frustrating phase. We'll just put it that way. Okay. So as far as food goes, we did actually try introducing a different food. Well, I guess not. Well, yeah, lentils. It was one of the Ella's Kitchen step 2 baked baked vegetables with lentils. So it was a thicker pasty, like kind of like tomato paste texture, but he did not take to it very well. First gave it to him just by itself, and he pretty much gagged on it and threw up. So then I started to mix it in with his whatever he was eating that day. I think it was like carrots or something, and he still like did not take to it well. I mean, he did get a couple of bites down and that was it. So then I just stored it in the refrigerator and we tried it the next day, and he did take it a little bit better. He took a few more bites and I was able to put a little bit more of that mixed in with less of the puree. But we still, he didn't nearly finish it. It's like a 4-ounce package and he probably had like not even, I don't know, a fourth of it. So felt bad wasting that, but we're just gonna have to do that, I guess, to try to introduce the new textures. I was thinking about maybe I need to pick some up. What are you doing, Amir? He's crawling over there, so I can just see him. I think he's trying to grab the cords. Oh man, hold on. Come here, baby. Come here. No, I thought I put that up. I thought I put that up somewhere you can not have it. But I guess you know how to get it. Mama's got to do a better job with that. It's just after those cords like crazy. Yeah, so I guess we're just going to have to do that. And yes, I was going to say trying to just give him some mashed bananas, like not totally pureed, but mashed, and let him feed himself with it if he can. I don't know. I need to pick some up. But the next thing that we've been doing is I have been giving him some I have been giving him some puffs. And I usually just kind of like, it's like a flower petal, and I just kind of like break off the little petals so then he can try to pick them up. And he did get one in his mouth once, but he tries to pick them up, but they kind of like stick to his hands because they're that kind that dissolve, so they stick kind of. But he will eat them if I do feed them to him, and he does enjoy, like it'll entertain him to like try to pick them up, so it's kind of a nice thing. A nice thing to do to keep him occupied while I'm doing whatever, preparing dinner for ourselves, whatever, not just whatever. But oh, hi, Pumpkin, and he still loves pulling my hair, which is very frustrating because it hurts sometimes when he gets those little pieces, although my head is getting used to it. Hi, baby. Are you in a better mood? Are you feeling better? Huh? Yeah. You're feeling better, huh? Yes, so, I think that's it. I wish I could remember if that you said everything, but I think I did. We better get going, because it looks like Amir is wanting to play and get into things and play with Mama's earrings, yeah, and her hair. Ow, that's a piece that hurts. Oh, yes. Anyway, have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Say bye, Amir. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.